Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Asian report, and just looking at the Euro Aussie here. This would be the same, much the same as the Pound Aussie, and also the Euro New Zealand as well here, and we'll look at that in a moment. But here's a very clear pattern that at this particular level here, this 1.5, which is a medium level, and it's a transition of this particular pair moving from resistance level here over to finding support here. So resistance to support here, which is a catalyst for higher ground here. And secondly, what we also can see here as well is that we've got a very clear three-wave structure here as an ABC correction. So we're pretty much looking up for the first 5 waves to come into play here, then back for wave 2, then 3 and 4 and 5, moving further higher up through here. And on the daily chart here, we're looking at it, we've been counting through, this is the A wave, the B wave and the C wave now, and finding support back over here, of course, certainly sends it to the upside. On the 4-hour chart here, just to sort of drill in on this a little bit, we're looking from the low here in terms of 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here. There's a couple of different ways to count all of this up here, so it's not really a problem. The other extension is going to be in the 3rd wave, or the 5th wave here is 5 waves. So, but what we're looking for here is an ABC correction to form here. Once this is formed here, then we can look for the next long trade here. So we'll be focusing on that as this unfolds here. So I won't pay this too much attention because every trend's got a beginning, a middle and an end, and this is coming to the end of this trend up here. So it needs to rebalance, and then we'll pay more attention to the actual setup on this side here. So wanted to have a look at the Euro. Just bear with me here for a second. Just need to find a chart. So the Euro. Oh, here we go. Where are we? Okay, sorry about that. So this is the Euro New Zealand currency here. So as you can see, it's in the same situation that the Australian market is in, okay, the Euro Aussie. Now, here, I understood that, I mean, this is all coming back down from this 5-wave structure here. So I know that because we got 5 waves up here in the opposite direction of the previous 5 waves down here, that we're always looking for an A and a B and a C wave moving up here. Yes, it also could be wave 1 and wave 2 here, but I just really want to stay with the minimal expectations at this stage. So I was thinking here that we would be looking at wave A here and a wave B and then wave C here. Now, at the 61.8% retracement level, but because the other markets have moved, it's pretty much just back above the level now, and is showing you know, an impulse wave to the upside. So it's still possible that this C wave can come in. It's possible that this can have 5 waves up here to the 61.8% mark, which is roughly around here. And then we would move wave B to here. I don't think this is the case, but I just need to put it there anyway. And then 5 waves to here, and then the move up here. So the B wave could get a bit more complicated here. I don't think it's the case. I think that we could, based on what we're seeing in the other markets, is that we can, excuse me, just put this little guy in here. Even though it's a wave C, it's very messy at that particular point there. So so we're gonna, because we're above the level here, then this is another medium level here as well. We can have a look at that. So on the daily chart here, I was looking at the A wave, a B wave, and the C wave here. Now I know this is like, this C wave is you know, you could throw tomatoes at me, but basically we can look at it as 1 and 2 and 3 here, cross for 4 and down for 5. So it is there. So that's why I'm going with it. And secondly, because we're seeing the other markets push up in this particular direction as well, we can go with that. And the other thing I like about this is that we're basically moving into group 2. So this is a medium level here, 1.5, and then we come into group 2, so 65, 72 and 80 here. So I know that once the market sort of finds its feet in group 2, then group 2 figures will hold it and will move up from there. So at this stage here, we're looking at a developing impulse wave to the upside here, and on the 4-hour chart we can view that in terms of here as 5 waves up here, nice 5 waves up here for 1, sharp wave 2 was expected, and then wave 3 tripping along up here in terms of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then it looks like we're going to have a bit of an extension, the 5th wave of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 up here, and of course that will make this wave 3 here, and then there will be the wave 4 correction at that stage, and then continuing to the upside. We will have to be cautious at wave 3, 4 and 5 here. At wave 5 here we're going to get a correction anyway, so I can draw that in. It may go higher than this too, but some sort of correction. This correction could be, this is the tricky point here, because if I come back to the daily chart here for a moment, as I mentioned before, the B wave could get a little bit more complicated. I don't think it's the case, but we just need to get that sorted out. So basically this would be 1 and 2 here. Let's go 3, 4 and 5 here. So what we could be viewing here also, the shorter term that is that this would be the A wave down here, an A and a B and a C wave here, and then down for the C wave to this point, but then up. There's no doubt that we'll be going up at that point. So this is a less of a probability, but I can't rule it out. I've got to put it there, but otherwise we'll be moving up from that point there. Yeah, so moving back to the Australian US dollar here, we've been looking to be short in this market. Now I need to just, while we're on the sort of hop here, I'll just fix this up here a little bit because we're getting an extension in the wave structure here, so I can, sorry to work on the hop and take your time up like this, but we can all suffer together. So and this is good too. I like this because it's more fitting now as a structure, because I was always concerned about the height of this wave too, but I had to stay with what I had there, which was correct. And we can look at this as wave 3 here. Now I need to explain a couple of little things here. Now obviously this market's moving down because iron ore is down 9%, but that's not such a big deal actually. But if you have a look at the Australian indices report, I think it is, I've put the iron ore chart in there, and it's just pulling back for a wave 2. But as this pans out here, we've got wave 2, so we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. Now that could be counted slightly different as well. Now for this wave 4 here, just there's 2 options here that need to be approached here as well. So I'll just put wave 5 here, so that can go further down here. Now the wave 4, first of all, if that is the low here, because we do have from here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, so it is possible from this low here to have an A wave, a B wave and a C wave back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. The 38.2 retracement level would be a little bit lower than that, somewhere on that line there, and then that would move down from that point. So that's one scenario. The other scenario is that that wave 3 extends down into this little area here, and then we get the wave 4 bounce, which would be about here, and then we go there. So I guess that it doesn't, if you're short already, it doesn't really matter. You want to just hold through all of this, okay? If you're not short already, then apart from scalping and doing little trades or whatever, the other move here is the realistic move is that we're coming down to the 72, and we can expect a bounce. Now, once that bounce is done, then we can short at that point again, and then work the market lower from there, because we would still come down to 72, would bounce, but we would come through here, and eventually the market would find the 72 as the resistance here. Okay, now the Bitcoin trade that we're on as well, that's moving along quite nicely, and we're looking up at the 500 for this. I haven't labeled all of this here. There just wasn't sort of any need to do it at this stage, because quite simply we're just moving up and that's it. So, but we have removed the stop above the open now, and we'll just see how we go with this now. So, you know, we could even get to the stage where let's you know, and not take full profit at this point here, and take some profit, because it would be nice to see how the market's going to work with this particular level. Because there was a lot of work done at the previous level, it might indicate that less work will be done at this particular level here. So I'll study that more, but as it stands at the moment, we're just leaving this trade open and moving through there. All right, that's all I want to cover today, because we're over on the 10-minute mark and the videos get a bit weighty at that point. Alrighty, cheers.